There's stuff to turn into Blackwall.
So, this is Skyhold.
Hi, Chaos! Welcome to our new home!
Come, let's walk the ramparts. I want to examine our fortifications. We'll be able to see Corypheus coming from miles away.
He's not going to get the better of us again.
We lost good soldiers that day, loyal men and women. And when he came after you, he really made it personal.
Yeah, he did.
I swear I'll take that twisted bastard down, even if I have to die to do it.
Ooh, a little bit of a flirt.
I'm not losing anyone to Corypheus, especially not you.
You can't afford to think I'm special. I'm a soldier no different than any soldier lost at Haven. I am fond of you, it's true, but we can't let this go any further.
Aw, you turned us down.
Whatever you want this to be is impossible.
Okay.
You're right. This should go no further.
Thank you, my lady. You'll see that this is for the best. Look, in spite of it all, there is hope. The people flock to your banner. They believe in you. Tell me honestly, are you what they say you are? Andraste's chosen?
We still have no
There
idea.
is so little I remember. What if they're right?
Does it even matter? Don't you see what you are to them? Without you, they'd be consumed by despair. We all would. They need you to be Andraste's messenger. It gives them hope. The truth doesn't matter. Listen to me talk. Your time is valuable and I've wasted enough of it.
Our new home. It's called Skyhold. It's up in the mountains.
Here at last. Praise the Maker, this fortress keeps us safe.
Send men to scout the area. We need to know what's out there.
Yes, sir.
It was
Commander.
the game, buddy.
Soldiers have been assigned temporary quarters.
Very good. I'll need an update on the armory as well. Now!
They look like they're wearing bread.
We set up as best we could at Haven, but could never prepare for an archdemon, or whatever it was. With some warning, we might have...
We were all shaken by what happened.
If Corypheus strikes again, we may not be able to withdraw. I wouldn't want to. We must be ready. Work on Skyhold is underway. Guard rotations established. We should have everything on course within the week. We will not run from here, Inquisitor.
How many were lost?
Most of our people made it to Skyhold. It could have been worse. Morale was low, but it's improved greatly since you accepted the role of Inquisitor.
Everyone has so much faith in my leadership. I hope
We're
I'm
so
ready.
tall.
You won't have to carry the Inquisition alone, although it must feel like. We needed a leader. You have proven yourself.
You responded quickly to the attack on Haven. Without that, so many more would have died. I'm grateful for any help you can give.
Thank you, Inquisitor. I will do everything I can to ensure the security of our people. You have my word.
So we definitely need to talk to everybody, that's for sure.
This thing is not a stray puppy you can make into a pet. It has no business being here.
Oh, we made a new friend yesterday as well.
Of an apostate?
Inquisitor, I wondered if Cole was perhaps a mage, given his unusual abilities.
He can cause people to forget him, or even fail entirely to notice him. These are not the abilities of a mage. It seems that Cole is a spirit,
Yeah, he told us that.
It is a demon.
if you prefer, although the truth is somewhat more complex.
I'm not sure how much more complexity I need, Solus.
Indeed, my dear. He may call it whatever he likes, but it is still a threat.
In fact, his nature is not so easily defined.
Speak plainly, Solas. What are we dealing with?
Love how he's just sitting there
Demons
and we're
normally
talking
enter
about
this world
him.
by possessing something. In their true form, they look bizarre, monstrous.
But Cole looks like a young man. Could it be possession?
No. He has possessed nothing and no one. And yet he appears human in all respects. Cole is unique, Inquisitor. More than that, he wishes to help. I suggest you allow him to do so.
I should hear
We're
what
so
Cole
tall,
has
we're
to say
out
for
of the
himself.
picture.
Where is he now?
He was right.
Haven. So many soldiers fought to protect the pilgrims so they could escape. Choking fear. Can't think from the medicine, but the cuts rack me with every heartbeat. Hot.
Excuse me.
Everything burns. I can't. I'm going to. I'm dying. I'm dead.
He's having
You're feeling their
memories
pain.
of other people's
It's louder this close, with
experiences.
so many of them.
Would you
What
like
is with
to
this
go
zoom
somewhere more
in?
comfortable?
Yes, but here is where I can help. Every breath slower, like lying in a warm bath, sliding away. Smell of my daughter's hair when I kiss her goodnight. Gone. Cracked brown pain, dry, scraping, thirsty. Here.
Thank you.
It's all right. She won't remember me.
Solus tried to explain what you are, but honestly, I stopped listening after a while.
That's not
Anything
true.
could explain it.
Yes. I used to think I was a ghost. I didn't know. I made mistakes, but I made friends too. Then a Templar proved I wasn't real. I lost my friends. I lost everything. I learned how to be more like what I am. It made me different, but stronger. I can feel more. I can help.
If you're willing, the Inquisition could use your help.
Yes, helping. I help the hurt, the helpless. There's someone. Hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Someone make it stop hurting. Make her, please. The healers have done all they can. It will take him hours to die. Every moment will be agony. He wants mercy. Help.
All right. Help him.
It's all right. I want to stay.
We're in shorter shoes now. Hey, there you go. Oh, this is Mystery Person, by the way.
Inquisitor, meet Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall.
That is not what we
I
look
don't
like.
use that title much anymore.
That's not what we look
Hawk,
like.
the Inquisitor. I figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him, after all.
That is not Kel. At all. Not even close.
This view reminds me of my home in Kirkwall. I had a balcony that overlooked the whole city. I loved
That's supposed
it,
to be game 2 us.
But after a while, all I could see were the people out there depending on me.
You're lucky it was just a single city. I've got half of Thedas.
You're doing everything you can to protect them.
Does it ever get any easier?
I'll let you know. I don't envy you, Inquisitor. But I may be able to help you.
I feel like if they were gonna bring someone in, like, that integral from a different game, they should have at least, like, asked you to pick a gender.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other. If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again.
So Corypheus has the Venatori, the Red Templars, and now possibly the Wardens as well. Wonderful.
Yeah, because you, like, with between game 1 and 2, we were able to import the save file from game 1.
Unrelated for me. His name is Stroud. The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks.
But I'm connected to the servers. I don't know.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as
just pretend that that's a blonde woman right there.
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood.
What's not the best of the story?
If you didn't know
I
about
don't.
Corypheus, what were you doing with the Wardens?
I don't remember importing either. I don't know.
Form of lyrium. It was red. I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
But seriously though, to bring in the character you played in the second game and have it not be I mean, not even the same gender.
I'll take any lead I can get at the moment.
Good. I'll do whatever
Fail.
I can. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before.
I don't remember fighting Corypheus in that game. I don't remember that guy.
Inquisitor, welcome to the Exalted Plains, a place with a long and bloody history. Even now, the region is volatile. This was a front in the Civil War. Now there's rebels called the Freemen of the Dales, recently emerged and adding to the chaos.
This is where the elves made their last stand, isn't it?
Ah, you've studied the Dales. Yes. When offered a chance to lay down their arms and surrender, they refused.
This rebel group.
Port World State and whatnot into this game. There's a whole thing you need to do on the website
tired
first.
Of fighting and dying for either the Empress or the Grand Duke. Now they want the Dales for their own. Worse, they're more organized than we.
Can you do it mid-game?
Wary.
What else can you tell me?
Scouts have sighted
Or do you have to do it
elves.
before you start?
There must be a clan camp
if it's
somewhere on the plains.
Apparently we're gonna flirt with her.
Must we dwell on such gloomy things?
Interesting.
I don't want to dwell, but look. It must have been so beautiful. Maybe even romantic.
That will be all. Thank you.
With the
A
rifts
Reddit thread from years ago, that makes
lost
sense.
ground. Most have been driven back to their forts.
Because usually, like, when we started Game 2, it asked us if we wanted to import our Game 1 game. I wonder why.
Please don't get too close to the Hannah. They're unused to strangers.
The Hala.
I won't disturb them. Rest easy.
Maserenas, I did not expect such kindness from a stranger. May I ask, traveling these plains, have you come across a golden Hannah? I fear human soldiers may kill her. If she would only draw close, I could gain her trust. I could protect her.
A golden Hala?
I've heard of a golden Hala. You call it Hanal Gilan, the Pathfinder.
You have heard the legend. I'm amazed. Yes. Some of us believe she comes to the people in times of great need.
Why do you think soldiers hunt your Hala?
Pelts and horns sell for gold in gem markets, I hear. And if they were golden. Goodbye then.
It's not a reason to hunt her. That's what I think.
These are not good times to come unbidden before the people. My patience is thin with all that has befallen. Perhaps you should
Hey,
be
you're the
on
one
your
that's
way.
just hanging out down here.
I met one of your hunters. He's continuing to look for a safe route.
He trusted you to pass the message on. That speaks well of you.
Why do elves call this plane the Dearth?
When the people settled here, they called it Dearth of Erin. The promise. For the Dales were promised to us by Andraste. It is still the Dearth to us. Even if the Shemlin give it a name that recalls our destruction.
What has befallen your clan?
The Orlesian War has hindered our progress through the Dearth. The armies cause rock slaves. They dig ditches that trip the Hala and destroy the Arvos, making passage impossible. Precisely when the clan needs him most. My first, Tavin, defies my wishes and mounts an excursion to the Emerald Graves.
Aw,
Now,
Tavin.
I've learned that the grounds of Bar Balanaris are infested by angry spirits from the beyond.
Wonderful.
I can deal with that for you.
My clan and I would be deeply grateful if you could. But be mindful of the resting places of our dead. Bar Balanaris is sacred ground. Another time.
Elkanan, the stores are so low.
You seem troubled.
It's nothing. Just our stores. With the Shem War and the demons, replenishing them has been difficult. For one, we're almost out of herbs, and we lack materials to repair the Arvels. I don't even remember. There's so much we're missing. It's all written in my ledger.
Oh, it's one of those things where we can, like, give her a bunch of materials. Spindleweed's getting scarce. Find and deliver 5 bushels of spindleweed. Well, there's spindleweed right on the water. Like, there's literally a spindleweed right here. One. 2. 3. 4. Look at that. I found so much. All I did was, like, walk along the water.
You brought supplies. If you could store them in that chest, I would be grateful.
Check ledger. Oh my god, you guys are all on the way. Elf root. Can't I just put some, like, out of my pockets? Yeah.
Hey, don't most dwarves have beards? Or at least mustaches, or something? I make up for it
Canine
elsewhere.
leather. I have some of that. This is why you don't sell all your random junk. Iron. Ooh, do I have iron? I must do. Find and deliver 5 pieces of iron. Done. Cool. Great bear fur. Ooh. I need 3 bear pelts. Yikes, where do I even find bear pelts?
Harold, you return. Another time.
Visitor, welcome to the Western Approach. We've sighted Warden activity to the southwest, but no one's been close enough to figure out what they're doing. Between the sandstorms and the vicious wildlife, we haven't made it far out here. One of my men got too close to a poison hot spring and gave me a slightly delirious report of a high dragon flying overhead. In short,
dragon?
this might just be the worst place in the entire world. Be careful out there.
Ooh, we can flirt.
Are you worried about me?
Someone has to be. And try not to die. I don't want to deliver that report to Skyhold.
I don't
We
blame you.
intercepted a Venatori messenger and, persuaded him to give up the orders he was carrying. We have them here. This entire place, it just feels like something's not right.
Persuaded?
Be careful.
In the area. The Venatori have retreated, but scouts haven't pinpointed where they've gone yet. We're reasonably well entrenched here, but the keep's water supply has been problematic. It's causing delays.
That's not
I'll
good.
prepare the troops for inspection at once.
What's wrong with the water supply?
The fort's well is full of garbage. Blasted Venatori threw corpses in there.
That was
There's
nice
an
of
oasis
them.
nearby, but a Vargas claimed it, doing a decent job of keeping us away too.
Clean out the bodies and boil the
4
water.
soldiers have already fallen to venom and claws. We'll need reinforcements to drive the monster out.
We haven't met, have we? What's your name, soldier? Where have you served?
I beg your pardon, Inquisitor. Knight Captain Rylan at your service. I served with the Templars in Starkhaven until they all ran off to the hills, barking at the moon. Commander Cullen offered me a job, and I was glad to do anything to help stop all this madness.
What can you tell me about the Darkspawn in the area?
The Darkspawn seem to have emerged since we took the keep. I've warned the troops not to engage unless absolutely necessary. We don't need a blight in the ranks. We have to find whatever hole the monsters came from and seal it.
Report, Captain. What's the situation in the western approach?
I've had scouts investigate that red lyrium operation you smashed. I don't think anyone's getting into that cave anytime soon.
Swords don't go by eyes.
Carry on, Captain.
Alright, now we have to sit on our throne.
Impressive, is it not? Fit for a leader, meant to show influence and the burden of it. It is where the Inquisition will sit in judgment. Where you will sit in judgment.
Who will I be judging exactly?
Those who have done wrong. You will know of them, at the very least.
Will we?
All this presumes they have survived their initial encounter with you, of course.
Still more lives in my hands.
You are a beacon of law, Inquisitor, as others retreat from responsibility. But this needn't be bloody. The Inquisition's sovereignty is derived from the allies who validate it. You are both empowered and bound. Justice has many tools. If their application is clever, execution may even seem merciful by comparison.
Alright, here we
Is there anyone I
go.
should judge?
Take the throne when you're ready. We will bring him before you.
We're judging the prisoner. Been shopping
This
for...
was a surprise.
Here's the thing though, you've got to find the
After you
perfect
return from
chair.
the
It doesn't just
You discovered
happen.
this man attacking the building with a goat.
Poor goat. Oh my.
Chief Movran the Under. He feels slighted by the killing of his Avar tribesmen, who repeatedly attacked you first. What should we do with him? Where should he go?
You answered the death of your clan with a goat?
A courtroom? Unnecessary. You killed my idiot son, and I answered, as is my custom, by smacking your holdings with goat's blood.
No, you were just throwing goats at the building. It's not the same thing.
Don't look at me.
No foul. You meant to murder Tevinters, but got feisty with your Inquisition. A red-headed mother guarantees a brat.
Rude.
Do as you've earned, Inquisitor. My clan yields. My remaining boys have brains still in their heads.
What's it called?
Oh, I don't know. He could go in that... what's it called? A gibbet?
Oh.
Chief Movran, you'll be placed in a gibbet to serve as an example to... someone. Then probably released.
Gibbet? Gibbet?
I didn't realize we were choosing
Gibbet?
an option. I was asking more questions. Sure, put him in a gibbet.
Knight Captain Denham, Inquisitor. He awaits judgment for serving the Lord's Seeker at Therenfall Redoubt. I knew some of the knights who died there. I asked to oversee his sentencing.
Yikes.
The envy demon perhaps
Kinda looks
fooled
like
the
Elon
knight
Musk.
captain, but following his superior's orders nearly destroyed the Templars.
I hope the Knight Captain is lucid enough to understand what he's done.
I only did as I was told.
Knowingly or not, you condemned your brothers and sisters to death.
You would have done the same if you hadn't abandoned the order. I served faithfully. It went red after what the Lord Seeker told me to do.
Exile him, conscript him. Let the Templars judge him. Question and then jail him. So if we jail him, we have to feed him. I feel like we should conscript him because he's a soldier and we are in a war.
You tried to deny the Inquisition. Now you'll aid it. Assign the captain to a patrol and have him lead
Nobody
us
liked
to the Lord
that.
Seeker's Red Templars.
Yes, thank you. I can serve.
And what else did Lady Forsythia say? That she'd rather drown herself than help the Inquisition. Anything else? She said she'd have us flogged alive if we allied with her brother. That does sound like her. Cheer up, Josie. We at least have her attention. You always
Josie.
do find the brighter side of things. We are in the midst of cementing an alliance with Lady Forsythia of Nivara, Your Worship. It's become a somewhat delicate task.
Can I do anything to help negotiations?
Thank you, but I believe I have matters in hand. I dissuaded her from sending soldiers when she learned we'd struck an accord with a brother she's feuding with. Lady Forsythia simply employs a colorful manner of speech.
Dealing with so many demanding, strong-willed people can't be easy.
It's no less intense than my days at court, Inquisitor, I assure you. But I confess I do miss my staff from the embassy in Antigua. It was always useful to discuss the day's visitors.
I have time if you'd like to review things with me.
I wouldn't wish to impose.
If it were imposing, I wouldn't have offered.
Well, I admit there are a few potential alliances it would be good to discuss. Right on the parlor floor, in front of everyone at the soiree. Who does such a thing in front of their guests?
The Duke of Kellington, apparently.
And then there's Cole's lurking. It frightens our guests half to death. Lord Jenner still won't respond to our letters. And Sarah, can she not find a single overshirt without mustard stains on it? Then there's Dorian. The man refuses to take anything seriously unless it suits its whim. Not to mention... Oh goodness. Have we been here an hour already?
It went by so quickly, I didn't even notice.
You're far too polite. I didn't intend to go on for so long. You must think me quite the gossip.
Flirt!
Spending time with such an engaging woman is never unpleasant, Lady Montilier.
Goodness. I'm glad I haven't wasted your day. Well, I've taken up quite enough of your time already. Until next time.
We are so tall that the railings on these balconies are not safe at all.
Inquisitor, I must speak with you.
What is it?
I must explain something first about the Montilier's fortunes. My family made their fortune as traders in Antiva until a scandal exiled us from Orlais some ages ago. It devastated our finances. The Montiliers have, in fact, been in debt for over 100 years.
I had no idea your family's situation was so precarious.
Hardly anyone outside the family does. For generations, we've done everything to keep creditors at bay. Sold our lands to stave off interest.
Caring is good. I think so too, Skulls.
It is infuriating to see my family still reduced to this. I'm to become head of our house. If I sell any more of our land, my family will become destitute. That cannot be my legacy to them.
Is there anything I can do?
I'd almost solved our problems. For a while. I negotiated a chance to reinstate the Montiliers as landed traders in Orlais. We could rebuild with that. But when I dispatched paperwork to Val Royaux, I've just learned my carriers were murdered. And the documents restoring my family's trading status destroyed.
Well, that's not good.
Who hates the Montiliers enough to do that?
Leliana made inquiries that bore success. Comte Boisvert, a nobleman in Val Royaux, claims to know who killed my messengers. He has a request that you come when I meet him, so he's seen publicly conferring with you.
What will being seen with me gain the Comte?
The Comte will drop hints at parties he's to meet with an important visitor. Allies and rivals will take note. Once he's met you, there will be speculation. The Comte will subtly spin reports to his advantage. He will use us. But if he knows who killed my people, I ask that we indulge him.
If that's what it takes to get to the bottom of this.
7 boxes, Zeri.
Thank you, Inquisitor. It means you are too kind. I must know who killed my couriers just to harm my family.
Hello. Not
Glad you made
us.
it. I just got here myself.
That's supposed
My
to be us,
contact
by
with
the way.
wardens should be at the back of the cave.
Not us like current game. This is us last game. But it's not, because the game messed up. Also, it's a mage. Wow.
They were likely hunting my friend. I'm glad they didn't come looking for people to help in here. They might well be good men, but they've been given bad orders.
Okay. Banner of the Blind Men. This banner marks the cave as an outpost of the blind men, notorious smugglers who are known to sell slaves to Deventer. It's possible that the Grey Warden asked them politely to leave so that he could use their hideout, although the bloodstains on the walls suggest otherwise. Dun dun dun. Oops. Who's that? Uh-oh.
It's just us. I brought the Inquisitor.
My name is Toud, and I'm at your service, Inquisitor.
Most of you wardens disappear. Then I run into a darkspawn magister named Corypheus. Do you think that one might have something to do with the other?
I fear it is so. When my friend Hawk slew Corypheus, Weishaupt was happy to put the matter to rest. But an archdemon can survive wounds that seem fatal, and I feared Corypheus might possess the same power.
Why did you leave
My
him
investigation
alive?
uncovered clues, but no proof. Then, not long after, every warden in Orlais began to hear the calling.
Mika, why didn't you tell me?
It was a Grey Warden matter. I was bound by an oath of secrecy.
Ooh.
Is the calling some sort of Grey Warden ritual?
The calling tells the warden that the blight will soon claim him. Starts with dreams. Then come whispers in his head. The warden says his farewells and goes to the deep roads to meet his death in combat.
Well, that's
And every Grey Warden
suspicious.
in Orlais is hearing that right now. They think they're dying.
Yes. Likely because of Corypheus. If the Wardens fall, who will stand against the next Blight?
No one.
It is our greatest fear.
So Corypheus isn't controlling them. He's bluffing them with this calling. And they're falling for it.
Yep.
You said all the Wardens are hearing the calling. Does that include you?
Sadly, yes. It lurks like a wolf in the shadows around a campfire. The creature that makes this music has never known the love of the maker, but at times, I almost understand it. We must uncover what Corypheus has done and end it. This cannot stand.
How can Corypheus make all these Wardens hear the calling?
I cannot say. We know little about him, save that he's dangerous. He's a Magister, as well as a Darkspawn, and speaks with the voice of the Blight. That lets him affect the minds of Wardens, since we are tied to the Blight ourselves. It must be how he created this false calling.
Is the calling they're hearing real, or is Corypheus mimicking it somehow?
I know not. Even as a senior Warden, I had heard only the vaguest whispers of Corypheus. The Wardens believe that this calling is real, and they will act accordingly. That is all we know for certain.
So the Wardens are making some last, desperate attack on the Darkspawn.
We are the only ones who can slay archdemons. Without us, the next Blight will consume the world.
And yet you guys are
Warden
all
Commander
taking
Clarel
yourselves
spoke of a
to the
blood
deep
magic
roads.
ritual to prevent future blights before we all perished. When I protested the plan as madness, my own comrades turned on me.
That's nice of them.
Grey Wardens are gathering here, in the western approach.
That looks like a
It is
bunch
an
of stains on
ancient
paper.
Tevinter ritual tower. Meet me there, and we will find answers.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, we're not doing that right now. Hello. What you doing?
This is just... It's something to keep their hands busy. I'm grateful you tracked me down when you did. As exciting as wandering the woodlands was, this is better. It's good to be part of something so important. Something that could change things.
I'm pleased that you feel that way.
Makes me sound like a Chantry sister, doesn't it? Some giddy new initiate.
No, it just makes
So
you sound
be it.
happy for
I
once.
suppose you've earned my loyalty and girlish enthusiasm. You
Deal.
are who you choose to follow. Someone told me that once. Took me years to understand what he meant.
There's wisdom in that.
It was a chevalier who said those words to me. A powerful man, but never without honor. A true knight. We met as competitors in the Grand Tourney. He left me with that advice before we parted. Put aside his own ambitions to help me win the melee. I don't think I ever thanked him.
What is this grand tourney?
You've never heard of it?
Uh-oh.
The Grand Tourney of the Free Marches. A spectacle. Song, dance, wine, every amusement you can imagine. But the greatest part is the contest of arms. Prove yourself in the Grand Tourney, and you can make your fortune.
How did he help you?
There were 100 men on the field, each one fighting for himself.
Sounds
The
dangerous.
knight and I had forged an alliance. It was just the two of us, and we took all comers.
Cal!
The goal,
We were
down as
talking
many
after
opponents
4
as
hours.
possible.
Oh my
He
gosh.
always
Thank you,
let me
Cal.
deliver the final blow.
Oh my goodness. 4
That
hours.
was generous of
I hope you got like some
He said
reading
I stood
done
to
or
gain
something.
everything, while he'd lose nothing. When
While
it was
you were
over, he offered to mentor me,
stuck in the
to
past.
teach me to become a chevalier like him. And I, young and stupid, turned him down.
We
flat.
found another dragon.
But just when the melee at the
I
Grand
ran
Tourney,
away.
I didn't need him.
I mean, it ran away. I tried to fight
I
it.
should have gone with him.
I
Perhaps
died
things
twice.
could have been different.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you did.
You're here now. A Grey Warden.
Oh, I'm glad you're here.
I
Look
suppose
what
it
came.
didn't it? But I'm older, hopefully wiser, and I think I've chosen the
We
right
gotta
person
chase
to walk
it and hug it. It was big.